Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Rima and I'm here with another guidance session. This is going to be a coffee cup reading for the month of January 2023 for Taurus. If you have sun, moon or rising in Taurus, or someone who's dear to your heart is a Taurus, this might be a video that you might want to watch if you want to see how January is going to be unfolded for them or for yourself. I wanted to thank you all for supporting my channel in the past year. And if you're new, welcome to my channel. And I hope that you like the kind of work that I do. If that's the case, please see more videos on the playlist that I've created on my channel. And if you are interested to have a private reading, you can find my contact information in the About tab. So with that, let's see what kind of messages we're going to receive for Taurus for January 2023. Happy New Year to everyone. I hope that this year is going to be a fantastic year for all of you. So let's start the reading. What do we have here for Taurus? Okay. Well, I see that some of you are at the cross path and you are trying to make a decision. There are people who are trying to give you advice, or it could be vice versa. You are trying to give someone advice or some people about what to do. It's a life-changing decision. It's a big matter for them or for you, and you really need to, or you really want to, make sure that you're making the right decision. I see a little bit of ambiguity for yourself. Someone is stopping another person from taking a direction. I mean, both ways are gonna end well. Whatever you choose, I see based on the images I see here, it's gonna take you to the correct. It's a correct path. There is no right or wrong. It's just that one is much more easy and simpler, and maybe you need to spend less money, less energy. And someone is somehow trying to change your mind and tell you like don't go this path. They're trying to, or someone is doing it to someone else. I don't know. I mean, you can end up on any part of this scenario. This is a general reading, so please take what resonates with your situation. Everyone knows best what is their situation and where they fall on this scenario. So yeah, I see someone is trying to change someone's mind or tell them go the other way, don't buy this, don't do that. But in the end, is the very nice, beautiful support from the energies from the universe for you, for this person, whoever this person is, that's going to guide them toward the correct path. So don't be very much intimidated by other people's decision. Make the final decision yourself. You're not going to lose anything. It's just that they might, maybe they are interested in the same thing and they want you to take another path. Specifically, if you're trying to buy a property or you want to get married to someone, and someone is giving you like, oh, wait some time, or like maybe when you need to know this person better, but they're not, the person who's giving you advice is not 100% a low, I don't want to say loyal, but they have their own they have some interest as well. So that's the best way I can put it. They have some interest. Things are shaky a little bit. Things might change. What you're seeing right now might change in a little bit. So don't put all your energy toward what you are seeing right now. Things might change, and the decision making process might be very hard for you based on what you know right now, or things are going to change. So don't try to change your work or buy something big or make a decision about it. I see a bride definitely, but I see a bride who has a sword in her hand. So there might be, things might be a little bit different that you think. This person might have a strong opinion, and it might be hard for you to change the opinion later. But I can tell you that things might change. So someone is showing you a nice face, but I can say in reality they have some other interest that is more priority for them than you and your well-being or your financial well-being or your romance or your feelings. So be careful about that. Some, again, my point is that someone has their own priorities over yours and they're not showing that to you, so be careful about that. And be careful that Jupiter is now in your 12th house, so there might be some enemies that come in front of you and you don't recognize them. There might be hidden enemies. This person might again, there's someone that Yeah, I see the way I see it is I see a bride having a sword in their hand. Um, you might sometimes feel powerless in front of this person, and I'm not saying because of the sword, it's because you love them and you just feel powerless, and you have made this person very big, very important for yourself, and you kind of feel helpless in front of them. There might be a broken promise, or for some people, the scenario can be that there is a broken promise, and a bride or a female energy is very upset and they are thinking about revenge or something like that. If someone broke their promise, you can be any on the other on any side of the scenario. Um, and there might be a beautiful signature for you. You're going toward a beautiful signature, a beautiful degree, a job offer, a proposal, which you're very confident about. Maybe you have an idea about a business or something in those lines that is going to end really well for you. um Again, if you are in love affairs or in love relationship, make sure that you're very honest. The person that I see here, the person you might be dealing with, or the person I see here is very serious about. They don't take disloyalty and people who cheat, they don't take it well. So I don't know what a Taurus needed to hear that. Maybe you are the Taurus that you are just fed up with someone, not necessarily in romance, in partnership, it can be anything. This person is not taking it easy. So try to be loyal to your work, to your job, to your patient. Someone is making, maybe someone has developed some interest about making things out of wood, carpenter, or maybe you start working in a company like IKEA or something like that, that you start making things that they are getting assembled. Maybe someone has ideas about shipping those or something like that. There is someone that you might lose, like there's a maybe you might hear someone's death or passing away, but it's a very, very far from you. It's not a close person to you. Maybe like your friend's grandmother, your partner's friend grandmother, or something like that, a colleague's parents. There might be something that you might be sad a few days, or you might be sad because of your partner or because of your friend. Um, Someone might pass away in those lines, and that person might have been sick or ill for a long time, or this person could have been in army, or this person might be like a friend's brother or someone who was serving in the military or in the army. They might have something might have happened to them. But getting back to the person, I see someone's business with woods or some handicrafts or something with that you make with your eye, art, with your hands, some kind of artwork. The business is gonna be blooming. Like even also gift box, if you're making gift box at home, or envelopes, or some kind of craftsway or crafty person. I see this person is very meticulous and they have very beautiful ideas about, like they make cute stuff, and maybe around Christmas things speed it up, and you'll have a lot of customers now. Two people are definitely going to get married. I see them walking very steadily toward a ceremony or toward getting married in the city. But someone is very upset. Again, if you have a third party love, if a triangle situation, one female energy is very upset. You might not have betrayed them, but maybe you have not selected them and they are very upset. So, if that relates to you in any way, be careful about that. There are some things that you are very nervous about, and your pulse and your heartbeat goes up because of that. Sometimes it's a lot of stress. Maybe your heart is like a little bit, no, not having an issue, but you might have some heartache, heartburn, something that gives you a noise, some temporarily on like restlessness with your energies. I can see some disruptions in your energies. Things are some things are giving you some, I don't want to say paranoia, but they give you some you're not stable. They give you some instability, and as soon as you're like you're enjoying your life, this thing comes up again and gives you some noises in your life. And most of it is not real. Maybe it comes from the past, but if it's about the past, from someone in the past, they don't care anymore. They have moved out, and sometimes they have moved on, or this issue is finished. Maybe you're worried about grades at school or something with your old job or something in those, even with your parents, that comes up every now and then and gives you a lot of stress, but it's not important anymore. So it's just just using your energy and losing consciousness and losing your happy time and your life and your precious time over something which is completely worthless and dark. The good news is coming to you, which gives you a power. It might be travel, some related to travel or related to business or your job. It gives you security. If you're waiting to get pregnant, it might be that, and it's gonna be a baby boy. Again, someone might have an eye surgery, or they might have been going to a doctor, eye doctor. It's nothing serious. I see them as a male energy, but you might need to check your eyes. Some of you have blindsided yourself. You don't want to see the reality. And for some others, as I said in the beginning, the energy is very powerful, that someone is trying to stop you from seeing the whole thing, from seeing the whole picture, from having all the information. And I see them as a female energy who's trying to talk to you. And again, they are very close to you, or they are trying to show that they're okay for you. Maybe they even mean well, but the judgment maybe is in a way that they just focus on one aspect and they can't help you see another aspect. That's the best way I can put it. Open your eyes and try to speak. And I see, but in front of this person, even if you don't agree with them, you kind of say, okay, like you try to agree with them. Most of the time, you do agree with them, but sometimes that you don't even show that, and you leave it as is, which it can make issues. For some of you, very specifically, I can say that you are in love with someone else, and but there's another person that for some reason you can't say no to, and you go with that person, and the person who you are in love with will react very badly, or maybe they won't, but the universe or the energies will come back with that person. Um, there's victory for you though. I don't know if someone is watching from Canada or northern countries. There is very nice news. I see a polar bear with two little bears. They have baby bears, and that's very auspicious, very nice. If you live in those countries, I see a lot of abundance. Two very good news. Two opportunities for you to invest. Two options for you to grow, or even a twin maybe is coming. And I see that it's a polar bear, very rare opportunity, and very healthy and very strong. This can be the chance of your life, or the love of your life, or something that will change your life tremendously. Some of you have been very lazy for some reason. Maybe even during the holidays, maybe you have been decided, or you have planned to do this and that. You had an agenda for the holidays or in general, and but now you see that you just slept and you didn't do anything. And if you're listening or watching before the holidays is over, so maybe that's a good thing for you to know from now. Don't be too lazy, and try to rest and enjoy your break, but also try to accomplish things that you have decided on doing it, or you have put it in your agenda, because if not, you feel very depressed after, and you feel like very empty, and you feel like I didn't do anything, and the guilt and negligence that comes to you after is very painful. That's why I'm saying try to accomplish your goals, be a little bit more productive just for yourself. Some of you are trying to speeding things up. You're waiting for an opportunity. You're watching with your eyes open for a certain person, or for a certain opportunity to come, to raise, and then so that you can basically something is being watched, or someone is being watched. They're waiting. I don't see anything bad about it, or it's not like it looks like someone is waiting for the right time to jump. But be careful, because you have turned your back then to other things, and then if you're too much focused on one thing that might never happen, you might lose the other opportunities. I see some of you are very much focused on just one thing. Is a present you receive. It can be a pair of shoes or a warm winter slippers. That's very nice. Actually, someone is thinking about your comfort, or they're thinking of paying, they're paying for your comfort. If you have been sick, there's some relief coming. If you were looking for a medication or healing, it's coming to you from a place that you didn't expect. Maybe you hear something in the news, or something just comes from a friend to you that you didn't even think that this might be this much powerful. Number 7 is very much shown here. If you have a dog, they is this dog is gonna be very actually helpful for you in a way. I don't know if they are just energetically supportive, or this dog is just gonna be very, it could also be a very loyal friend who's always helping you. They're at your service and they really care for you. Mm, but don't neglect them, because so some of you think that they will stay forever, and you don't, and you think because this friend is loyal and is always, this person is always there, you don't need to take care of them, and by default they're gonna be there for forever. But I see that again, if you have a dog, they might get sick, or if this opportunity, this patient might, have second thoughts. Be careful about the way you treat people, specifically loyal people. It can also be your parents, or some of you, if you have children, you might think that your children are not treating you fair, and they have taken your like kindness and support granted, and that's not something ideal. Definitely, I don't know, like, you need to respect people. I need to thank them for what they are every day, for the blessing that they bring to your life every day, daily. You need to, and it can be also a blessing that you have something that you are taking advantage of daily, and you are just taking it for granted. So the reading is telling me, don't take things for granted. And I don't know, it depends on your scenario. For everyone it can be different, but think about it, and see how it works for you. So it can be, as I said, different for different people. Okay, what else? Some of you might be feeling sick, or you might hear about someone who got sick, or they need maybe some help for recovery. Maybe someone is in isolation, or maybe even someone is, like, maybe they have to do quarantine. We might hear about the virus, like there might be another breakout, probably, that some people might need to uh, isolate, or try to stay indoors and rest. That's something that I can see. You might hear about that, and maybe it will be in the news. It's not gonna be for everyone, of course, but that's something that you might hear. Let's see what is in your cup, my dear Taurus. The cup is pretty clear. There's a reunion. Some of you might go to a very luxurious trip. I see some people are talking in a pool or in a jacuzzi, and it's a very, I see four people, or it can be more. Some people might go to Vegas and have some time. But if you're talking about an important matter or business, someone is listening, specifically the waiter who brings the serves you whatever. They might be listening, or maybe if important people are talking about something important, someone is listening. Be careful about that. If you think you are in an like far area, or like maybe you are in Mexico, or I don't know, and you think that no one is like no one knows what you're talking about, they are listening. Maybe you think they don't know the language, but they know. There is definitely pregnancy. Someone might be being a pet home. It can even be a monkey or a cat, that you might save, or someone might save. Or maybe you go on a trip in a jungle in the nature, and you find like a sick monkey or something like that, that you will rescue and help them. That brings a lot of um, good energies. Some of you are very disappointed, and you see your wishes didn't fly, things that you had, you're tired. There's going to be some news for you that you will be happy. There's two scenarios. Either some of you lost a powerful position, or you're going to get a very powerful position, and you think and you will remember the days that you had nothing, and you were really penniless, or you were much less important, or rich, or happy. And you remember that all the times that you are sitting in that high chair or high seat, you remember that you came from maybe a poor family, maybe you worked really hard. I see that someone gets to a very high ranking position, but they have worked so much, they have passed so much, a lot of like um, lost opportunities, and it didn't come easy for them. If there's a person that you're jealous of, you're like, you don't know how it happened, you don't know how much they have worked, how much they have tried to sacrifice, or how mm, difficult their life has been at times. So don't judge people. If you see a homeless person, try to help them. There might be a situation that you can help a homeless person. I see some people might just pass them and don't help, but if you can help them, there is opportunities that the universe brings to you so that they can test you and see how much you care for people, and that's how you can get the loads of happiness when you care for people. People and the universe will care for you. Again, I see someone is sick, there's lying in bed, maybe someone needs to go to see someone for the last days and hear their final words or final wishes. But again, this is someone who's far from you, is not no one very close to you, and maybe even you hear about this person who was sick. um there is an ice that needs to be broken. Maybe you need to break the ice between yourself and someone. There might be an attraction between two people that they are trying to not deny it, but they are trying to wait for the other person to come forward and talk face and show their feelings face. Someone is trying to come up with a beautiful plan for a trip, for a creation of something which is very important for them. Maybe someone is needs to pass a test. They're studying so hard, or they need to pass an invention or something that they need to work very hard, or measuring things very clearly, very carefully. It's a meticulous job, and they are putting so much time and energy, and this can be very like important for them, and they are in connection with someone who's far from them. Maybe like you both are working on a project for like a cell phone, for example, and then you have ideas and you exchange emails and you're like, I did this today, I tested this part, what do you have? And you can collaborate. You can be collaborating between two companies or agencies or institutions about, I see mostly about communication devices, which is actually very nice. I see freedom. Some people are doing yoga, exercising outdoors is very nice for you, specifically if you live somewhere which January is not that cold. There's someone who's going to give you a gift. Again, I see a pair of shoes, so that's going to be a beautiful start for the year. I saw PVC for some people that buying new pair of shoes or starting the new year with new pair of shoes is going to bring a lot of luck and abundance for some of you, specifically if someone who is a generous person, a person who you really like, they might give you a pair of shoes as a gift that will bring you a lot of auspicious and luck for the new year. Well, my dear Taurus, that was your reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. And as always, until the next time, stay blessed.